Assault Prevention Month. And here to talk about this is Mike and Ann MIHALKANIN from MMA Academy, Krav Maga experts, self-defense experts. We've seen you guys on the show 20 or 30, 40 times before. Good to see you guys.
Thank you for having us.
My teachers, of course. You know, this is 16th year you guys are putting on your seminar on this coming Saturday, and it's open to everyone. Everyone can go.
Right.
What's changed in 16 years of you guys helping people?
Well, when we first started these seminars, the general view from law enforcement was to call for authorities and let authorities come in, and we've slowly seen
after the damage was done already?
Well,
like 5-6 minutes later?
For assistance, and over the years, it has been increasingly to advocate taking control and basically to fight back, because fighting back works.
Interesting. Okay, so let's talk about the ABCs. You guys talk about ABCs of self-defense, I'm sorry, before we get to that, 85% of sexual assaults happen by people you know.
Absolutely.
Or have met in some way or shape or form.
Sure.
How do you defend against that?
It's the same whether it's somebody, an acquaintance, or it's a stranger.
It is the same.
When we boil it down to the basic layers, it's about awareness, about your personal communication style. So, you know, are you passive, right? Experts agree that if you are either passive or aggressive, it can tend to make a situation escalate. And so what we're teaching our participants is to be assertive, to take a commanding, in-control, non-compliant role in whatever situation, because that most people agree that will take care of most situations from becoming physical.
There's a sweet spot. There's not too much, not too little.
Exactly.
Okay, so can we do a demonstration? Maybe you could show us like a difference in tone of voice or some things that you could say, something like that?
So when you're being assertive, that doesn't mean that you have to yell at the person. So most predators are profiling that victim. They're trying to see if they approach him, are they going to be that passive person? So they might come to you just kind of, you know, in a non-threatening way. So you don't always have to yell. So if Mike was coming at me and he was just kind of being creepy and asking me, you know, like, hey, can I buy you a drink? And I say no. And he says, hey, can I buy you a drink? And I say no. And then he keeps bothering me. I could say, I told you I don't want to have a drink with you. I don't have to scream to let him know that I'm assertive.
But you're putting your hands up like this. They're not fists.
No, my hands are up like this, just like you would just say stop. And from here, I could defend if he tried to strike. So my hands are always going to be up and open. I do not want to get in a conflict, a physical confrontation. I would much rather de-escalate by using strong verbal balance.
Anything to get out of a potential fight.
That's known as a universal gesture. I mean, if a crosswalk, you know, it's that symbol of stop.
Interesting.
So you could be in a foreign country, and this still means stop.
People get it.
Right.
Okay. So what's an example? Can you show us what it sounds like? You know, to be too much or too little?
Yeah, absolutely.
Or what's
so
just right?
if he was coming up to me to try to profile me to see if I could be easy prey for him, and I have a really meek voice and say, no, I really don't want to have a drink with you, please leave me alone, then that's portraying that easy target. Also, I don't want to be someone who's coming up and pointing and trying to start an argument with him.
Yeah, you're not going to be like going like patting your chest like, hey, hey.
Yeah, because violence gets violence. You know, the more that I go aggressive to him, he's got to one-up me with his friends around.
Yeah, you don't want to be
So
going
I just want to have an assertive front.
We actually refer to it as a bad dog voice, because we've surveyed tens of thousands of participants over 16 years, and we said, look, if you're going to scold a dog, how are you going to do it? And they all say it the same way, bad dog. Exactly. And so we basically say it in that flat, monotone level. Right?
Let's show two defenses,
Sure.
And if you do get to that level and you have no other choice to defend yourself, eye strikes and groin strikes.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. Very easy
You
strikes.
are not doing a groin strike. She broke her foot yesterday, or a deep bone bruise.
Let's have Chrissy demonstrate.
I will do the kicking today for you, Anne Marie.
So the two areas, as you mentioned, are eyes and groin. So you can't grow muscle over your eyes and also in the groin area. So you're just trying to basically to get to safety. So you make your fingers together like a bird beak, right, and reinforced by your thumb.
Okay.
And then anywhere along the ocular cavity will get a reaction and have people naturally flinch away.
Okay.
Right?
So just
right. Exactly. So it's just you can machine gun do it. You can do right side, left side. Doesn't really matter. Again, anywhere around there. And then also, you can also go to a vulnerable area, which is the groin, which is basically driving the kick straight up. Okay. And they work together, because if you were to do eye strikes, and they're going to go boom back and forth, right? Boom.
Oh.
So
that works.
So the idea is, again, doesn't matter if you're a bodybuilder, if you're a UFC athlete, those are two vulnerable areas.
You could be a 60, 70-year-old lady, and this all works for you.
Absolutely.
Guys, thank you very much. Your event is this Saturday. I'm sorry I won't be able to be there this time. I have plans to go see the parents and see the grandparents, more like it.
Good for you.
Thank you.
It is this Saturday from 12:30 to 3:30 at the Sorrento Valley Gym, and it's $29 to go. And the money goes to charity, right?
Yes,
you guys,
of course.
Yeah. I know you guys do that every year, and every year it gets better every year. So guys, we're going to send it back inside now with you. Groin strikes, eye strikes, you can do it.
Your Health, brought to you by UC San Diego.